Hi there, my name is James and I would just like to share with you some tips that I've learned over the years. Tips that I use with my students that really get some really good results and get them playing songs as soon as possible. So rather than explain it, I'm just going to show you exactly what I mean. So one of the topics we would be covering on the course would be fingerstyle. And with the techniques and all the tips that I would teach you, you'd be able to play something like this. Sounds really nice, doesn't it? Yeah, and it's really not that complicated. You'd be very surprised how easy that actually is once you get the rolling pattern into the fingers on the right hand. We'll also be covering some blues. So we'll be mixing up some shuffles with some blues scales. So to give you an example, sounds nice, yeah, and it's not really that hard to play. You'd be surprised how easy that actually is to play. We'll be covering some strumming as well. Very, very important strumming, and to get all your different strumming patterns down for different timings, for waltzes and 4/4 and all the common rock patterns and everything. So you could maybe get into playing maybe some Beatles. Nice down, down, up. Suits loads of songs. So one pattern covers loads and loads of tunes. So it'll also be covering all our slightly advanced techniques as well, like raking chords, where you're getting that sort of clicking sound. Another great tune, I'm sure you know that. Also, we'll be covering things like maybe country. Another great classic song with Johnny Cash. In this song I'm playing a bass drum. We'll be covering loads of that type of thing and walk downs. So two things that really come to mind that really make a big difference. One of them is arm movement. So when you're watching somebody playing, you don't really think about their arm moving. You're watching their fingers changing chords, and maybe if they're playing lead guitar, they're moving around. But when you're doing chords, if your arm stays in one place, like mine is now, I can feel the strain running down here and inside here. Whereas if you move your arm and get a bit more sort of relaxed with it, we would use a system of in and out chords. So out for G, in for C. And what that does is it just relaxes your arm. It saves the strain, and it makes it easier on the pressure in your fingertips. And another thing I use all the time to really get the connection, so to stop things sounding disjointed, is chord links between chords, whether it's open strings or mini chords. I'll show you what I mean. So if you were doing a D to a C, and to a G. Now I don't know whether you can pick it out there, but there's a link going on in between. What I'm actually doing is connecting the D to the C with a wee mini link, and then laying the C chord down, and then using a link again, just open strings between the G. That solves the problem of chords being all separate and not sounding like music. I really want to get you into playing songs and playing music as quickly as we can. Now over the 14 days you will start to notice your progress, and all these different techniques will really make a big difference. So the techniques that I'll be teaching you, you probably didn't notice, but I was actually using them earlier on when you're actually putting them in, nobody will actually know you're doing that, but you'll know, and you'll hear the difference in the sound, and you'll hear how your songs and everything is starting to progress because you've been taught how to do this. Another big bonus is that you'll have access to the private Facebook support group, where I'll be there monitoring the group and interacting with everybody that's doing the course, taking questions and trying to help out as much as I can. I'll be monitoring the course every day on Facebook. So any problems you will have at all, you can just give me a bell and I will let you know. Maybe some tips and tricks, and maybe just something you might be doing wrong where I can just make some slight adjustments, and that'll really help move you forward. So this course is designed for either acoustic or electric. It'll work fine on both. The recs and all the picking techniques and all the examples sound really good on both instruments. So if you really want to start getting somewhere with your guitar and see real results in 14 days, plus you've got extra backup support from myself in the Facebook support group, click the enroll button below and I'll see you on the inside.